Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Devin.
No, well, we're doing another episode of our Juice Bros Pickleball Pod. How you
Back
doing?
at it. Back at it.
Yeah,
Doing good. Doing good. Just
good.
having fun.
Always fun.
Yeah.
We need fun. Pickleball is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Which kind of leads us to today's topic.
Yes. When the days aren't fun, that's pretty important.
Yeah. And those happen for sure. And I think a lot of people don't like to talk about them, but we will.
Yeah.
Because we all
And
have
how-
those days.
And how we overcome it, and how sometimes it's just we're playing a tournament and we lost every single game, and how do we come back from it for the next day of the tournament?
Yeah, especially multi-day tournaments when you have to shake it off and come back the next day as a completely new person, and how that happens mentally, because tournaments are very mental.
Exactly. So let me ask you, Adrian. So when you lose a very close match, what's in your mind?
So first thing I go is I just try and cope. Usually I'm hitting the copium. I'm just like, all right, that's unlucky. Oh well, that sucks. And then kind of stew in it for a little bit. One thing that's important to me is I think I actually let myself get kind of pissed internally. Just let it all out internally. Like I don't let my partner know. I just kind of think to myself, I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. Just kind of feel it. So I guess not brushing it off is a pretty big thing. It's like, hey, like we understand it's a pressure environment. You want to do well, and results didn't go the way they did, or they didn't go the way you wanted them to, but sometimes it is what it is. And so you gotta just feel it. You gotta go through it. Give yourself a little bit of time to go through it, like 1 or 2 minutes. Definitely, I would say don't debrief yet with your partner or anything. You gotta let it sit a bit, because maybe tensions are flaring. You're kind of like still in the moment of being heated. So you don't want to do that. You kind of just want to be like, all right, that happened. You can't change the outcome. You can't go back. You can't undo that match. But I think my initial thoughts are let myself feel it, but then also, hey, we'll review it later with my partner or without my partner. And because we film our games, like we'll review it and try and look at it objectively, and it'll be something to learn from. How about
Yeah,
you?
and I feel like that too, right? Losing a close match, both people, it's themselves, like blaming our own selves, as in like, oh, I should have done this, should not do this, right? And then I remember one of the tournaments, I was like so mad with myself, and it just affected the next one going in. And it was, I think, our bronze match or something, because we lost in our semis, and it was our bronze match, and it didn't go well. It just affected me personally so much. So I think you're right. Like the idea of like not debrief, just, next one, just next point, shake it off, because whatever's in the past, and let's focus on the next one and try to win it.
Yeah, like for me, it's like, hey, we're on the same team. I think a lot of it is the feeling of, well, if I miss the last shot, it's like, damn, I let my partner down, and then I know you probably feel the same way. It's like, you don't want to let the other person down. So it's like, oh, if that happens. But one thing is also, if it's close, you're like, hey, we kept it close. We didn't get blown out. So sometimes the close ones are tough because you're so close. But
yeah, it's just that
at the same
point.
time, it's like the silver lining a little bit. It's like, hey, we took them pretty close. It could have been either way.
I think a close match is good, because you can hang, right? It's just sometimes it's just that unlucky net, the ball roll over the net, and sometimes it's like that, rather than getting blown out. You're right. Like,
yeah. And sometimes it is just unlucky.
Sometimes it's just unlucky when it's that. So, but do you think these tough losses motivate you or like discourage you?
I think they motivate me. For me, because I'm very hard on myself, so I feel like I want to do better every time. Like I may not show how competitive I am, but on the inside I'm like stewing in it. I'm just like, oh my God, like, oh, I want to be perfect, obviously. So it's like, okay, I need to use it. What can I learn from it so this doesn't happen again? But obviously it does happen, but it's just tricking my own brain. It's a lot of tricking my own brain, honestly.
You don't show it. Like, really, you don't show if you're frustrated. And then I realize, like, sometimes I watch you play in tournaments. If you do show it, you do perform worse.
Yeah.
In that sense. So you're like, tough on yourself, or you're mad at yourself. You're
Yeah.
trying to like overdo a lot of different shots. That's when you do worse, right? So yeah, I feel like you keep it really well, and your partners don't know, right?
Yeah.
That you're actually, oh no, it's affecting me, but I have to shake it off. I have to
Yeah,
swallow.
because your behavior will affect your partner, and then in turn you both get tilted, and then it's not fun for anyone.
Yeah, exactly. And how about the drive home? Like, I think we debrief a little bit, right?
Yeah.
During
Well, we
drive
usually
home?
go for food after.
Oh, yeah, we always go for.
We always go for
Never
food
do
after.
you not go for food. I think food, finding the best food,
Yeah.
it's the
Comfort
greatest thing.
food. It's
Comfort yeah.
food. And it's like,
Yeah. Win or lose.
yeah, win or lose, it's either a celebratory meal or a consolation meal.
Yeah.
Either way, there's going to be a meal.
Either way is food. That's what we're
Yep.
looking for, right?
Exactly. That's what we're really here for.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And the debrief, what do we talk about during our debrief?
Yeah, we usually think, I think we usually actually start with what went really well. Like it's kind of an unspoken thing between us where we kind of just start off like, hey, like this went well. We took this really strong team. We took it really close, or we played really well against these guys, or, oh, these guys were tough. And I think something really important is just starting off with praise. Just be like, hey, we're both in this together. You did really well in this. Like you clutched up here. Your mental was so strong here, even though you were getting pressured here, and but you locked in and you clutched it up for us. Like, great job. And then when it comes to like maybe the negatives, then we maybe start like a little bit light. But I think first our debriefs
we're
are
very
pretty
critical afterwards. Like,
yeah.
We pick out, okay, shots we might have been just more patient, right? Or, try this or don't try it, right? I think it really worked because when we first got into the 4-0 tourney scene, it was a lot of figuring out of who gets what ball, right? But now we know, we still communicate, which is great. Pro tip, over communicate rather than under communicate. Like, I think that's the best. Like, especially if you're maybe playing a new partner, that's always good. Me, you, these simple calls are great. Don't even think if your partner doesn't call it, you call it. Me, you, because it helps yourself. Sometimes it's not even telling your partner that's your ball. It's just telling yourself that, okay, I got this ball, or that it's you, that then you won't all of a sudden go into, let's say the middle if your partner's on the left and trying to take it, right? So it's like a mental note for you. So pro tip.
Yeah, for sure. Playing with like new partners, or even playing with someone you haven't played with in a long time.
Yeah, we celebrate our wins, or what we did well. That's really good. And debrief on being critical a little bit. We tend to now kind of figure out who should take, or whenever. So it takes a lot of learning for both of us. And I think we are still improving, trying to learn each other, but we're at a point that it's very close now.
I think we're at a point where it's not really about execution anymore. It's more about
exactly
what were you thinking in this situation? Oh, what was I thinking in this situation? Oh, you were thinking I was going to take that? No, actually I was thinking you were going to take that. And then and like, oh, if you go here, I'll be there to cover you. Like, we're just kind of flowing as a team,
filling the gaps
more
of each other. Like, if I know you're going to be pulled wide left, I'm in that middle, right? For you, same thing. If I'm getting pulled right, you're in that middle. Or if I know that, oh my god, you're not there at the kitchen, I'm going to play it safe, just reset it, dink it, so that we're both up there. So these are those, I think, foundation, right? You would say foundation of like what should be done, and then come the shots, I'd say.
Yeah, of like a good partnership of just working together.
Yeah. So we do that, always eating while debriefing. It's great.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah. It helps soften the losses actually.
Yeah.
But also makes the wins feel just a bit better with good food. This tummy didn't happen overnight. But yeah, like even getting back to the blues, like sometimes if you have a bad string of tournaments, sometimes that happens. Or a bad couple days in rec, where you're like, I suck at this game. Why am I doing this? I'm trash. Like, that happens. Like, even if people don't show it, I'm sure everyone goes through it. I'm sure even Ben Johns, at some point, he maybe doesn't think he's trash, but he's like, why do I do this? I suck.
Yeah, like watching when Ben Johns missed the third, right? He's just looking at his paddle.
Yeah.
Something feels off, and he's just not making thirds. The nothing works day. Nothing is coming together. And those easy shots, we've all been there. Those easy overheads, I'm smashing it and goes flying like a bullet. Yeah, we're all guilty of that, right? And some days I don't know if it's the court, lighting, or just myself. It's just nothing works. Like, even all the drills we do, it's just nothing applies, right?
Yeah, it feels like sometimes it's like out the window. You're like, why did I even drill? Why did I even drill this shot? Going to a tournament, I drill like ATPs for like 3 drill sessions, and I still hit the post on like all of them in the tournament day. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's on, and it just happens.
For me, it just hits the confidence a lot. For me personally, why am I not doing well? Like, I know the shot's easy, loses confidence in myself during those sessions.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so how do we kind of get over that, right? I guess that kind of leads us into what can we do?
for me to reset because my backhand flick is not working or my reset's not working and all that, all right, just, as you said, make another ball, right? Make it over. Even if it's high, we're there to defend, right? Just reset that mind and then just get to the kitchen and play that point out. Even how many shot rally it takes, right? Because then you'll train that, okay, it's nothing that I'm not doing or that I haven't learned. It's just resetting that mental state. It's like, okay, I'm good. Let's, rule out the bad jujus and then keep going at it.
Like that's usually like during, like right after a close match in a tournament, you still have another match to go or another two matches. You're like, all right, how do I reset? You're like, hey, let's play some boring pickleball. To us, boring pickleball can be fun.
Boring pickleball is fun. Yeah, and because you hesitate during shots, because you're overthinking decisions, like, should I be placing the ball more in the middle? Then it'll go downhill.
Oh.
Take it from me. It'll just go downhill.
Especially in a tournament. Especially in the middle of a tournament. Let's say your next match is close. You don't want that to affect you, but obviously it will. That's sometimes. So some mental resets. For me personally, I think whenever I miss a shot, I'm like, oh well, or unlucky. I'm just trying to trick my brain. I'm literally like just trying to trick my brain, being like, oh well, that sucks. Get annoyed for maybe 2 seconds max, then move on. If anyone ever watches my videos where I'm mic'd up, you'll hear me. I'll be like, oh my god. I'll get really annoyed at myself, but then 2 seconds later, I'll be like, oh well. And then I literally have a goldfish brain.
Yeah, then that's what we say to each other, right? Never blaming each other. We're just like, okay, no, nice try. Like, next one.
Yeah, next one.
Good ball or something, right? Just to really be positive. Never bad attitude, never bad vibes, and just go at it because we're in this together. So, Adrian, you've done a lot of tournaments, and for myself, I don't. Busy schedule, personal life, or anything. It's just I can just play a certain amount of tournaments. Excitement leading up to a tournament. Sometimes every week you have a tournament. You're like a PGA pro,
I wish, but
it's a buildup, right, of excitement, and it's that hype. If we lose or win, of course, it's amazing. You get that emotional high. But I also feel if I lose, man, it's really tough because I've been building myself up. Oh, that feels like the worst for me. Yeah, but I don't know about you. Like your tournament, of course, record is more. So do you still have the excitement? Actually, let's talk about it.
So I still get nerves. So actually, my first tournament, I remember getting really nervous, and I told myself I would play more tournaments to try and get rid of those nerves. Because then just exposure. Spoiler alert, it didn't really work. I still get nerves before every tournament. I still, like, before each tournament, I will go to the bathroom and kind of like mini hyperventilate and be like, all right, come on. Trying to psych myself up and then be like, all right, it's time to go. And then, like, even with how many tournaments I've done, I think it's a good thing. That means I still care. So the nerves are still there, but I guess over time you just learn to manage it and be like, all right, how do I use these nerves to try and play better? But it's definitely not easy.
But do you feel mentally drained though? Because like 2025, how many tournaments?
I did 27 tournaments.
27 tournaments.
That's half the year.
Exactly. Like, do you feel mentally drained sometimes? Like going week after week?
Yeah, so depending on how it's going, sometimes it does depend on the results as much as I don't want it to be, but it does get draining a little bit. Sometimes like when you're like, so there's actually two sides of the coin for me. So sometimes it's mentally draining where you're like, all right, I got another one next week. I got another one next week. Oh no, I didn't do it. You kind of have to get up off your horse and just be like, all right, we're at it again next week. But on the other hand, it's like, hey, if we lose, there's always next week or there's always 2 weeks away. So that's fair. So I guess for me, it's always trying to find a silver lining. So it's like, hey, we went 0-3. Well, back at it again next week. Can't dwell on it for too long. But on the other hand, it's like, man, like you don't get any time to kind of work on things that you learn. So maybe you play a tournament and you're like, I got like this part of my game got exposed. I need to work on this. You don't really get time to work on it because you're, I guess, prepping for the next week and trying to make sure you don't cramp up the next week and try and take care of yourself because we're not getting any younger.
For myself, playing not as much tournament, when it's over, it really hits me. Sort of, because it's over. Like, what am I doing now? Am I drilling? Am I doing more rec games? And I think it's good and bad. Good. Okay, I learned so much in that tournament, and now I get a break. Bad thing is that it seems like that's the only thing about pickleball for me. You should be able to have fun with your friends, social, and all that. Like, sometimes that's what I feel like after tournaments or leading up to a tournament. When it's all over, it's, that's it.
Question. So, do you think that once it's over, because you don't play one like every 2 weeks or something, you're like, oh, I don't get a chance to redeem myself till the next one that we decide to sign up for?
I think in the beginning, when we lost a tournament and all that, I did feel it. It feels like, okay, now I gotta go sign up another one just to redeem ourselves. It's more like, oh, a month, a tournament. So then I build up so much. I gotta do it this time. But what if we lose again, right? It just feels really bad. So I think I have now kind of thought of tournaments as we ended off 2025 saying that, okay, we'll just do content.
We'll just have some fun.
We'll still have some fun, right, with it. And
yeah,
adding fun, of course, winning a tournament is fun, but also losing should be like, oh, well, whatever, that's a lot I can improve for the next one. So let's build on that and add fun to it. Because, you know, if you're not having fun, you're just becoming stressed. Stress will affect your game so much.
And one important thing is we're not pros. We're not getting paid to play. We're paying to play.
We're paying to play. So don't be stressed. Have fun and able to play a tournament.
Yeah.
I think growing up, I've never like part of any sports team. I'm 40 and I'm doing tournaments. So yeah.
You have family members asking, hey, did you win? How are you doing in the tournament?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, I tell my mom, like, oh, I just won gold. What? It's like, wow, didn't do that in high school or elementary school.
Yeah. So how do you maybe get out of it? So now, because post-tournament, so not just from game to game, but like post-tournament, after the crash, I guess, of the energy and the hype and the excitement of how do we get out of it? Because I have my ways, I'm sure you have yours.
Like, resetting is really important. And I think mine is our drills really works, right? The drill boosts the confidence, right? Restores the confidence because, like, wow, I remember my backhand dings were just horrible, and then after our 2-3 drill session, we're just focused on that, right? And now it's like, it's decent, it's not great, but at least I'm not afraid to execute it. Because I remember I getting pressure and I was so afraid, and then everything becomes dead, which on the other hand, the other team would pressure us. But now it's more like, okay, I know the ball sort of, and I'm gonna put pressure. And I feel like that drilling, not playing too much rec yet, just maybe find yourself a partner, another one, just do some drills just to like, hey, reset, okay, and then get back in. I think that
also having a supportive partner is really helpful, just to pick you up and have the backing, that support system.
Yeah.
Or like your friends.
Yeah.
Or just being like, hey, like, we know you're good, so like, don't get too hard on yourself, just to try to put you in perspective.
I think that's what's great about like pickleball, right? The social circle is really good. We have a lot of supportive pickleball players, friends now, so it's fantastic. That support system, it's great.
Yeah, like for me, I usually take the day off right after a weekend tournament. So tournaments are like Saturday, Sunday. I'll usually take the Monday off. Then I'll probably go back to playing on Tuesday because I'm an addict and I have a problem. I do have a dinking problem.
Yep.
Drinking problem. Pickleball problem.
Pickleball problem.
Yes. Well, I have a dinking problem. Shout out to one of our group chats. But yeah, like I usually take the day off, reset my mind a little. I try not to play too much. I usually don't even watch back my matches until maybe like midway through the week after the tournament. And then if I get back into rec, I try and just make it fun. I start doing crazy stuff. I'll start lobbing randomly. I'll start hitting random shots just to try and get the fun back into it, especially if that tournament didn't go so well. Like I remember there was a tournament where I didn't do so well, and then right after in rec, I had two sessions of rec in that day. So the first session, we didn't do very well. I felt like I played terribly. And then right after, it was a more of a chill session. Kind of like the players were not as strong, so it was more of a social aspect and just being like having fun with your friends. So that one, I was just doing all the random stuff, and it reminded me, I'm like, okay, this is fun. We're back at it. This is so fun. It's one way to reset, and for me, just remembering to infuse that fun back into it, whether it's doing random stuff in a rec game.
Yeah, and that's it. Like everyone has their own reset, and then even in a match, right? Like if just 2-3 shots not going well, take those timeouts. It's important, and then go do your ritual. Build a ritual if you don't have one.
Go to your Zen garden.
Yeah. Like I know, like AB, right? Anna Bright, like she just, everything doesn't work. She goes to the back fence, the video wall, and then taps her paddle. Like that's her reset, right? So just build a simple ritual that can just get you back kind of focused on the next point. Every player really goes through these up and downs like us. So it's part of improving in the sport, right, Adrian? So
yep,
yeah, anything else
part of growing.
want to say before we end this off?
Not really. Stay tuned for the next one.